as you're following God, you have to understand about him. Like, you know, when you're walking with him, you're seeking him, there's no coincidences. Yo, what's good? This is Donovan Anderson, the founder of 30 Mighty Men Ministries. Also the founder of Clean, the Tools to Achieve Sexual Integrity for the Christian Man. Link below, man. So if you're peeping this and you're trying to figure out this sexual integrity thing, check it out. The things that I talk with you about in these videos are things that like come up in Clean. Although Clean's on that specific topic, like it's really about obedience to God and following him with our whole heart. So one thing that comes to mind for me, that's what I tell the guys a lot when they come into the group. It really, my brother came up with this and kind of, shared it with me, but I use it all the time in our groups. Is this, that whenever brothers come into the group, I tell them like, you're gonna go on a journey. The things that we're gonna have you kind of like read in the Word and pray and really like exercise in your life during these 5 weeks of Clean. Our God will move because it puts you in a posture where like we know with David that like certain prayers just move the heart of God. So we really like maximize those prayers in Clean to make sure that like you get all that you need from him. So because of that, I tell guys all the time like like there's no such thing as coincidence. Not at all. And I give them an example of like when a detective walks onto the scene, the one thing that he has to believe is that you walk into a crime scene, like you watch any criminal show, if you're a criminologist, whatever that may be, like that when a detective walks on the scene, the number one belief is that there's nothing that's a coincidence. So if he sees or she sees a blood stain on the carpet, that's a clue. If a window is ajar, in the winter, let's say, in the house, like that's a clue to what's going on, to what happened. If literally there's a murder weapon, right? That's a clue. Or if it's something as small as a hair strand, that's a clue. That when you're walking with God, there's no coincidences. Everything that you're going through is a clue to him, to following him, to what you need in your life. Like if you're paying attention, right? So I tell them like when we're in Clean, so you guys who are in Clean right now, who are thinking about coming to Clean, like when you're in Clean, there's no coincidences. God is always moving, but it's whether you're observing or not to catch those things. So when we come into Clean, sometimes we share testimony. Each week I ask them like, what happened this week? You were praying in this particular way. What did you see? And there's nothing too big and there's nothing too small, right? It could be a big thing. Oh, my wife came back into my life. Okay, that's big. Or it could be a small thing. Maybe, you were reading the Word and then something happened in the conversation that confirmed what you were reading. Right? Like those are small things, right? But like they all matter. And really these clues stack up. They stack up and should start giving you some sense of direction, right? So that's one of the things that like as you're following God that you have to understand about him. Like, when you're walking with him, you're seeking him, there's no coincidences. Everything matters. Something is happening. So your ability to be observant, to make sure that things are confirmed, right? As you're walking through. I want to leave you with that. No coincidences with God. And as always, these videos are not for me to be seen, but for you to be encouraged. To God be the glory, our King, Jesus Christ. Peace.